total 20 plus years of experience. Out of that, 12 plus years in SAP and 10 years experience in a domain. So in domain, I was worked as a accounts manager. So later, I shift my career to SAP. So I learned SAP and I'm working in SAP technologies. Okay, so you can introduce yourself, Afrin and
Briefly
Shiva.
better.
Can anyone?
Yes,
So
yes,
what
yes.
yes. What is your qualification? That I can understand where I need to start. Afrin or Shiva?
Hi, sir. My name is Afrin, sir.
Okay. Don't call sir, just call Naga. Okay. It's a professional level, so we need to call in MNCs particularly. We need not to call as a sir. Okay.
Okay.
No problem. Because what I'm saying is, Rag,
Okay.
recently one of the MNC company, right?
Yes.
So when I recently one of the MNC company, I take regularly the trainings. So that lead told to the students, have you wished sir or not? You should wish. He said he's must to wish. So he's a sir. So I surprised. I said, sir, no, not required. Then he said, no, sir, you are sir. You are the sir. So they should wish morning and afternoon every day. But anyway, please go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
thanks.
Go ahead.
Just cut what you said.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Sir, I am completed MBA, sir.
From which university?
SK University, sir.
Sri Krishna Devaraya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. MBA, which module?
Finance.
Finance. Okay.
Finance HR, sir.
Okay. What about Shivam?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Shivam Sharke. I am currently living in Maharashtra, in Pune city. And currently BCom degree completed. And one confusion, sir, another something. अभी BCom के बाद MBA start करना चाहिए या SAP? Which prefer?
So actually, you can get the job based on the graduation, like a degree also, Shivam.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But basically, all MNCs they're considering as a degree. It's like a BCom or whatever. But if you want to go to do in a PG also, you can go for MBA. But you can get a job in SAP based on the degree, graduation, in your graduation.
Yes.
Okay. And once you get the job, then you can join in a MBA. That's okay. Or else, if you want, is also fine. But I am not sure about your financial position and all those things, right? So based on that, you can decide. So either you want to go for a job or you want to go for post graduation with SAP. That's your decision. Yeah.
Yes.
So are you working in any company now? Or
yes, sir.
So what is your role in current company?
Advanced laminate in accountant post, distributor.
Oh, so you are on which package you are working, like a Tally or something?
Yes,
you are using,
yes.
right? Which one you are doing? Tally.
2.5 lakh.
Okay.
Yes.
2.5 or 5.0? 7.0 Tally new versions has came, right? Still they are using old version? Okay.
No, Tally is good. Tally is good for the
actually,
finance.
First,
no, one question here. So I came to know.
No, Tally. It's a friendly user, more friendly user, Mahesh. So Tally is the accounting package in India. Most of the companies they are using. So they can enter anything. They can delete or something. We don't have much control like in SAP. Tally is a user friendly, like how we are writing the accounting books, right? They can do like that. Tally.
Okay, because my
So it's not
CA,
integrated now. So yeah.
my CA consultant also was saying, he is from Bangalore. Sir, we are using Tally, so he is also interested to learn SAP. I forgot to forward to him. I'll give this recording. So he said that they need SAP as well.
Now SAP is a more integrated and they can track each and every any transaction. So it's a more enterprises level. It's a more beneficiary, not user level. That is a different.
Good.
Tally is a more user level. So
user level.
Whatever user they are doing much mistakes, right? But in Tally they can rectify immediately. So if the accounting entry they posted wrong, also they can delete and they can enter a new document. But in SAP it's not possible. If you post a wrong entry, also you can reverse and repost the entry.
Okay.
So I mean, SAP is more integrated all modules and it's a enterprise level module.
Okay. Good. Very good.
Whatever, so enterprise they can extract any report at any time in SAP.
Yeah. I
So
give
they can make it.
some training for the these people only, the CA people, FI people, on the overview. They need the SAP overview and all.
So they can take a decision immediately. So they can get the report and they can take a decision, strategic decisions or any decisions they can take based on the report.
Okay, good, very good. Yeah. Okay, now thanks. Now go ahead, please.
Yeah. So thank you. So in today's session, Afrin and Shivam, so I will cover what I am going to teach in this course duration. So what you are learning from my side in SAP, how to configure and what in FI module. So what you are learning, I will give you overview about all these topics. Okay. Then from next class onwards, I will show you in the system how to configure all these topics. Okay. So first I will start what is the SAP? So SAP stands for Systems, Applications and Products in Data Processing. Okay. SAP is a stands for systems, applications and products in data processing. So SAP was built by 4 German engineers in 1972 and the package was released in 1972. After that, SAP has released a lot of versions earlier as SAP 4.2. This I know, but before that also lot of packages are there, but those I don't have any idea. SAP 4.6, then SAP 5, and later SAP 6. I mean SAP ECC 6 version has released. In this ECC 6 version also they have released as a EHP 1 version, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now SAP has released a new versions like S4 HANA. This is a new technology. I mean, so it's keep on upgrade their systems and modify their technologies. Now, most of the people are using SAP ECC 7.0 HP or S4 HANA. So now all the companies who are having ECC 6 rights, they are migrating to S4 HANA. Since SAP is not provided any support after 2028 for ECC. So that's the reason most of the companies, they are shifting from ECC to the S4 HANA. And I am covering in SAP, I am covering FI module. So FI stands for Financial Accounting. So in financial accounting, so in FI, we called it as a R2R module also. What does it mean? That record to report. So whatever we are entering the data, and from that data, we are getting the report immediately. So that's the reason we call it as a R2R. Based on the reports, the management will take the decision. So basically in FI perspective, it's a legal, whatever FI reports are, right, all are legal reports. Shivam, right? So we are preparing monthly as a tax reports. we are GST reports and we are submitting to the government. And like as we are
Yes,
preparing
yes.
P&L account and as well as balance sheets for every month. And based
Yes.
on that balance sheet and financial P&L account, business will take a decision. So what is their profit ratio and what is the PE ratio and what is the current assets and current liabilities ratios they are calculating. Based on that, to improve their performance, I mean to get the more profits, they will take a decisions and they will keep on monitoring the track. So how the company is going and is it in track or somewhere is their gap is there. If, and based on the gap, they will try to resolve those issues. So financial module is a key module, and in MBA, I mean in resource, right? Four M's, right? Like money, material, and labor, right? So these four, how we can I mean, utilize. Based on that, our company will perform the profits, right? So these are the four key products. So money stands point of view, money, right? So that's we will lead in by finance team. So this is the key module, heart of the module in a SAP. So this gives the functionality to all other modules. So it's a dumping the amount and to the other departments and manufacturing department, raw material acquisition. So all these functionalities should integrated with FI. Here we are capturing all the costs and we will monitor each and everything. And based on that, we will generate the P&L account, P&L statement and balance sheet statements and segment. After the FI, so in ECC means actually SAP is a ERP, ERP, we call it as a ERP. ERP means Enterprise Resource Plan. Enterprise Resource Planning means how to utilize the resource. Four M's, right? Money, material, and manpower, and machinery. These are the four important uh, key figures to maintain the business. All right. So how to utilize this one? These are we are planning in. I mean, we are planning and we are utilizing all these functionalities we are doing in a ERP module. It's an enterprise resource plan. If you currently whatever existing available like a Tally and this, right? So in Tally, if you compare with the Tally and SAP, so there is a lot of difference. In Tally, you can't manage all these things in a one platform. But in SAP, we can do all these functionalities at one platform and we can integrate with all other modules. Like in a SAP, in a business, when we are running the business, we have a lot of departments, right? One is finance department, another is production department, and third one is material department, like a procurement department, and fourth is the sales department, and another one is people's management, like HR department, and like this, production planning, and we have a lot of departments. So all the departments are working parallelly along with FI, right? So we are integrated all in FI, all these modules, and we are planning and we are utilizing the resource and we are manufacturing a product and we are generating the revenue, right? So in FI module, so we get the all the data at one time, one platform, and we are generating the report based on the all business activities. Like suppose we are manufacturing one product, right? For that we need a raw material. So what we will do, material management. So once I mean production department they are planning this month we need to manufacture 100 of quantity, right? To manufacture 100 of quantity, we need raw material. So material the production department they will send a notification to the material management to manufacture 100. Then material management based on their request, so material management will call to all the vendors to submit their quote. for these materials, right? Once received their codes, so material management department will like a payment and all those conditions, right? Based on that, they will finalize the quote and they will issue the purchasing order, right? Based on the purchase order, so vendor deliver the goods. Once goods are incoming, stores department, they will receive the goods. So they will receive the goods and they will enter. So all these, once they will enter the once they enter the goods in their books of accounts, after that they will issue the goods to the manufacturing department to manufacturing that product. So that is consumption. So all these entries should be captured in a SAP. That is possible. But in Tally, we can't capture all these things. So it's a mismatching of the reporting also. So once received the goods in the stores department, they are entering and they will after that they send that invoice to the head office to book the invoice. So there is a lack of time. I mean, there is a lack of business transaction and they don't match the reporting immediately, right? But in SAP, all these activities they can do real time. Once the goods are captured, entered by the stores department, then FI people, they can see that they are receiving the goods, how much cost it will, and invoice has received or not. If invoice has received, they will enter the invoice immediately in SAP, and based on the payment terms, they will pay the amount. So like this SAP is integrated with all the modules and they can get the report immediately at any time. So that is a real-time reporting. So in FI perspective, it's a real-time report. So all the business transactions, they're capturing at a real time and they based on that, SAP will prepare the reports and they will give the reports to anybody. So that is the reason all the companies they are going for SAP, and it's also more controllable and more integrated. So any person they can manipulate anything. So right now, right? So see how many white collar these things are going in every company, right? So these they can control at enterprise. I mean, they can control. So in SAP also is happened, but most of the things they can control. So based on the user level controls. So we are assigning the roles based on that they can do only those activities only. They can't do any other activities. They can maintain the secret of their financials and balance sheets also. So it's like a more control and resource planning also. It's more to utilization. That's the purpose. So most of the companies they are going for ERP. Okay. So in ERP level, so we have a lot of companies. I mean, a lot of ERP modules are available. One is SAP, and second one is Oracle Financials. Third is PeopleSoft, like a bank. But out of this, SAP is the market lead, and in overall 10%, the 10% of the market is leading by SAP. And out of the 100 companies, I mean, largest company, if you take 100 largest companies in the world, out of 100, 85 companies are using SAP or SAP products. Okay. And why they are choosing SAP means SAP can integrate it to any system easily. So suppose I am using a SAP ERP module, but so other third party vendor or something I am using so for bank or some purpose, right? We can easily integrate that system to SAP. So through IDOC or through interfaces. I mean, it's too early, but you don't know what is IDOC and this thing. This I will tell you after that. But how integrated is through integrate IDOC or electronic transfers. Like data should be transferred by electronics, like through files, XML files, JSON formats or something, right? We are receiving the data from the system and that system will update. I mean, automatically it will update in a SAP. So it's SAP can integrate it to any system. That's the reason. So most of the enterprises are choosing ERP. Okay. So this is the introduction of the SAP. And here in FI side, I am sharing my screen. I am going to cover these topics while during this period. So FI module we can divide it as a 5 sub modules. Like one is enterprise structure. So enterprise structure means how to in enterprise structure means how to create a company code and organized structure, how to create the organized structure, and what is the financial year, and what is the posting period variant, and what is the field status group, how it works. All those covers in the enterprise structure. So in normal in layman language we can call it the enterprise structure like a company code creation. So we are tracking all the business transactions, right, in one object level. So that object is a company code. So so I am a company, so I like take it as a Infosys or TCS company. So they want to capture, they are going for they are using SAP ECC. They want to capture all the business transactions in SAP. So that company means, so we can't use the TCS, right? For that company, we are creating using while entering the business transaction, each business transaction, we are selecting that company code. So all the business transactions should be captured at a company code level. So that we are creating in a SAP. So how to create and what are the mandatory fields and what is the purpose of this, that I will cover in a later session. So in financial accounting side, so I'm going to cover introduction of ERP and what is the introduction of R by 3. I mean architecture. Like in SAP, we are using the R by, three-tier architecture. Like we are having 3 systems. One is development system. After that, once whatever the customizations, development system, we don't have any data like any business transaction. That system we are using for all the customization activities. Once we have done all the customizations, that changes, we will move these customizations to the quality system. So in quality, users are our side. So consultant, basically FI consultants, they will performing the testing personality in a quality system. So how the results are coming based on the customization. So if everything is fine, then we will move to the production. Some companies, they are having 3 types and some they are having 4, like a development, quality, production. This is one cycle. Another they are following as the development, quality, pre-production and production. Pre-production is nothing but like it's working as a production, but users, they are doing UAT and all those things in pre-production system. Once they are approving these changes, then we will move these changes to the production system like this. So the interface based on the cycle, the structure, like the organized like the architecture, right? That the architecture should be dependent on the company capability. So if the company is rich and they want to utilize 4 clients, then they are using like this: development system, quality system, and pre-production and production. Sometimes they don't use the pre-production. They call it as a quality itself. They call it as a pre-production. So development, quality, and production. So 3 levels of architecture. 3-tier architecture. That is called as a R3 architecture. That we call as a 3-tier architecture. So in SAP module, all the actions coming from functional side. So in SAP, we have two types of consultants. One is technical and another one is functional. So technical side, above and base system, these both are coming as a technical consultants. So the above means so they are doing any custom side code changes or something, they are handling by the above team. Base system is they are handling by the system administration, how to install the clients, how to prepare the client distribution, and how to update the packages which was released by SAP, right? So based on that, they are updating the system and they are maintaining the roles and all those things should be taken care of by base system. And the technical side, and one more department, one more consultants as the above consultants. So they are working on a code changes. So if suppose we are not getting standardized whatever SAP has delivered some reports, right? We are not matching our requirement with their standard reports. Then business, they are expecting some G customized report based on. So once we receive that kind of requirement, functional consultant side, what we are doing, we are preparing the FDs and all those things. That I will tell you in later session how to prepare the FDs and all the things. But here you can try to understand what is the functionality we are doing. So once we receive the FD, then we are delivered that FD to the technical team. So based on our requirement, so they will do the required code changes in SAP. These two consultants are a technical side. But functional side, FI, MM, SD, and PP, and PS project systems, and HR like a human resource, all these are comes under the functional side. So they are doing the customization based on the business requirement. So those customization we are responsible, and we are delivering our objects based on the module wise. So FI consultant, they will do FI related activities. MM consultant, they will do MM related activities, customizations. And like SD, they will handle by SD, like that. But ultimately, all the modules should integrated with FI. So suppose sales side, so once they generated a billing document, right? Once we generate the revenue should be posted to the FI automatically. So what is the revenue we are getting about that sales order? Against that sales order, how much revenue we are getting? In financial figures, that figures should be updated in FI level. So we are integrated with SD and FI. That I will tell you in coming session how to integrate it and what is this hero. So these functional leads and technical leads. These functional leads, they are doing the customizations. So that customizations, they will move from development client to the quality. There they are performing the testing. So testing once satisfied the results, get the approval from business, then we will move the changes to the production. Then only business they are using those functions. Like so, that is the R3 structure. So in detail, I will cover in coming session. And SAP methodology. So while implementing the project, what is the methodology we are following? That is, we call it in SAP methodology. We have 4 steps in the SAP methodology. I will brief you step by step that in SAP methodology. So in SAP methodology side, so actually once we get the project, so we have appointed a committees. So like take TCS Consultancy is a company. I mean, it's a company, right? So they are having a SAP as a module. I mean, SAP, they are having a SAP resource and they are getting a contract from other company TVS, right? TVS, they want to go for SAP, S4HANA or SAP ECC 6.6, right? Once we received the requirement, we are appointing a committees. This is TCS side. We are appointing a committee with functional leads and project manager and all those things. And business side also, they are appointing a committee. Core team members, right? Core modules, whatever they are using the core modules, right? So based on that, they are appointing a committee. So these two committees will sit out and they are preparing the as-is process, what the process they are following in current company or in TVS company, and how to map this process in SAP. So first they are preparing the as-is process, and after that they are preparing the to be, what they are expecting in SAP. So based on that, after that we are preparing the business blueprint. So based on as is and to be, right? Based on that, we will preparing the business blueprint. That is the core Bible of the implementation of the project. Once we prepare the BPP, business blueprint, right? Based on that, we are implementing that project in a SAP by TCS consultants. So TCS consultants based on the modules, so they are required the required functional leads or functional consultants, and they are starting the project. So these functional consultants should responsible their areas. Like FI consultant is responsible for FI, consultant is responsible for So based on their functional side, so they will lead their things, and they are responsible for their department, like their modules. So that methodology, I mean, in SAP methodology, I will cover what is the process flow of SAP methodology in each stage, what are the functionalities we need to perform. And introduction of the S4HANA, I mean ECC 6. What is the difference in this topic? I will cover what is the differences between ECC and what are the new features of S4HANA apart from ECC. So already SAP ECC we have 6, right? Apart from that, what are the new features for S4HANA and modules in SAP? And already you know, right? We have modules like SD, MM, FI, CO controlling. Controlling is different. Now I am covering FI, but CO also another module. Both we call it as a FICO consultant, FI and CO consultant, right? It's controlling. And PP, project system and project plant maintenance, PM production management. We have a lot of modules like this. CPA. This CPA means it's an integrated cloud platform integration. That is, we have another department, and tax like GRS systems, and we have a lot of modules in S4HANA. And how overview of PP and SD, these are the key modules which is integrated with the FI and CO. So basically we are doing a controlling side, we are doing a cost controlling also. Cost estimations and all those things, right? Those should be integrated with PP, PS and SG. So that also I will cover in this course. And what is the FI and what is the CO? I will give introduction about the CO and FI. But FI, I will give more in-depth knowledge in FI perspective. CO, little bit I will touch upon. Wherever required, I will give you a CO introduction and the CO role. And submodules in FI. So as I said, in FI, we can divide it as 5 submodules. Like in the enterprise structure is one submodule, and another one is GL, AP third, AR4, asset accounting. AP means accounts payable. So first introduction is already enterprise structure, you know, right? GL means general ledger. How we can create the GL account in SAP, and what is the account group, and what is the mandatory fields, how it works in a GL account in SAP. That you can learn in a GL submodule level. So I will cover all these topics. I mean, in detail, I will show you here. And I will cover all these topics in a GL level. Accounts payable, AP means accounts payable. This is integrated with more And here I can teach you how to create the account group and how to create the vendor account. And in ECC and extend to vendor account, we have a BP also, that is in S4HANA new features structure. So on top of vendor, on top of vendor, we have a BP. So based on the role, how vendor is working, that I will show you. And after that, so automatic payment program, APP. So how we will pay the amounts to the vendor, and what is the bank account, and how to create the house bank, and how the DME file is working, and all these things you can learn in a AP, accounts payable level. So AR, account receivable, this is integrated with more SD. So SD, this means we are revenue recognition, how we can do in a AR level. So customer, how to create the customer groups, and how we can capture the revenues while performing the billing and sales order. And after that, dunning. So we need to send the, reminder, how to send the reminders to get the payment from customers. And these topics I am covering in AR side. And asset accounting, this is another submodule which is handling the all asset related transactions. So how asset means, what is the, we know, right? So in each company, they are handling a lot of, they are using a lot of assets to manufacturing their products. Like we are using a machinery, plant and machinery, and they are using vehicles, they are using furniture to run the offices. They acquire the furniture, and they are acquiring the computers like this, right? All these are comes under the assets. So based on that, so we are doing the depreciation. So each asset there, we need to calculate the depreciation, and we need to post the depreciation each and every month, right? That things we can handle by asset account. How to create the asset, what are the asset classes, and how to define the depreciation keys, and how it works. This I will cover in a asset accounting. So these are the basic submodules. Apart from these submodules, I will do you how to do the cutover activities. Once done, once project go live, before project go live, we need to perform the cutover activities. How to upload the master data files in SAP, and what are the cutover activities we need to perform, and what is the month-end activities we need to perform, what is the closing, year-end activities, how to open the closing and opening periods, and what is the retaining earning accounts. So usually P&L accounts, right? Once close the year, all the P&L account balances should be go to the retaining earning accounts. Retained earning accounts. So that retaining accounts is a part of the balance sheet. So we need to transfer all these P&L balances to the retaining accounts, right? So like this. So I will cover this topic. So apart from that, I will guide you how to create the substitution, and how to create the validations, and in how to build simple reports in a report painter without help of above. So if this is a report painter, we have a lot of limitations, but we can manage some reports as a workaround. So that how to develop those reports, and how to build a query. Query means simple query. I am not saying as a this thing, because simple query means, so how to generate the reports through query. So we are capturing the information based on the table. So those tables we are mapping, and we are generating the small reports. How to create those things, the queries also I am covering. So in enterprise structure level, so I'm going to cover define company, configure the company code, business area, and company code, how to assign in the company code, and all those things. Chart of account, what is the chart of account, fiscal year variant, posting period, opening and closing periods, multiple currencies and exchange rate maintenance. So currencies also play very role, right? So if it is a MNC company, they are handling with different currencies. So the currency differences, how we can capture it SAP level in a system, and exchange rate, how we will maintain the exchange rates, and in each month end, how to capture the differences, currency differences, right? That how we can put all these topics we can cover in a exchange rate of maintenance. And posting keys. So basically, we are following the double entry system in accounting side. Right? Double entry side means in each business transaction is having one debit and one credit, or else two debits or one credit. So does it mean that all the debit amount should be matched with credit amount? So double entry system. So suppose we are receiving the invoice from the vendor. What is the accounting entry for the vendor invoice? So vendor credit, right? Shivam, already you are working, right? So how you are posting the entry in the tally? When suppose I received the invoice from the vendor, then what is the accounting entry for that?
Credit vendor
Hmm.
and debits company.
Company. All right. Company. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
So here, how the invoice is posting, like a stock account, right? Not a company, right? Sure. We are receiving the stock, right? Material. So we are creating the vendor and debiting the stock account, right? That is a normal business entry. So here debit means stock. We are debiting the stock. That line item should go and update the stock GL account level, and credit vendor. Vendor level means we are crediting this amount to the vendor. This entry will go and update at the vendor level. So when I open the vendor account in SAP, so it shows as one line item as a credit. Does it mean that that amount I need to pay to that vendor, right? So stock means, so I received the stock. That stock is a current asset too in my account. So what is the stock amount I received? That amount I can see in my stock account level. So for that, what is the posting keys we need to use? That how to define the posting. Already SAP has delivered predefined posting keys. We are using that, but in which case we need to use that, I will tell you. So we have like it's a two characteristics. So based on that, based on the delivered by SAP, which posting keys we need to use that I will tell you here posting keys. And defining the tolerance groups for GL and employees. So they mean that what is the tolerance we can we can omit the tag, how much tolerance. So like so we can fix a limits. Based on the limits, the tolerance groups are broken. Suppose it's a invoice is a 2000, we can define the tolerance group for 2000, and end user level, user one level, they can able to enter the 2000 below entries. But suppose it's a 2 lakh or 3 lakhs, right? 3 lakh amount, this is a user amount, right? That's for that post that entry, we are defining a different group of user, and that users they can able to post. This 2000 users, they can't able to post the 2 lakhs invoice, 2 lakh amount of the invoice or 3 lakh amount of the invoice. So those invoices can be posted by different users. Like we can segregate. So based on the business requirement, we can segregate the level of users, and we can give we can control those activities through tolerance groups and employees. And also tolerance groups means while posting the entries also, how much amount you can allow to the difference. Suppose GR was done, stock has received, that time we are doing this GR. That time, so you are entering 100 rupees, but you are receiving invoice as a 150 rupees. So we have a lot of difference for this both. In that time, user can't allow to post the invoice as a 150. We can control at a tolerance limit. Suppose if the invoice GR we have received 100, but we are invoice we are receiving 102 rupees. That can be allowed. Because that is a small amount, so 2 rupees, 2%, right? So we can allow that percentage level. But if we have a huge difference, then system will not allow to post that invoice. You have to take these special permissions. They have to review, is it real or not. If any something is wrong, they will ask them to vendor to modify the invoice and send back immediately. Or wherever the uh, correction was needed, right? That they will ask and they will make the correction, and after that they will post the invoice. Like this, we will control. So GL level, we have tolerance group, and as well as employees. Employees means user level also we have a tolerance limits. And define the retain earning account and create the general ledger accounting and post the general ledger postings, and how we can display the how we can see the account document display or account display. And after that, we have one of I will cover as a park document and hold document. So park document means so user is entering the park and they are not allowing the post. Higher level person, they will review the park document and they will post. I mean, it's a more like a more control to post the documents. Whole document means so if we are receiving a repetitive document. So we have a one loan. Every month we need to post the installment against that loan. I mean, prepaid expenses or loan installments or prepaid rent we are having, right? Like that, we need to post the entries every month, the same amount and same date, right? For that, we are creating the whole document. I mean, like a reference document. Whole document is nothing but a reference document. So we are using as a reference document, and we are posting the accounting document. Does mean that so we need not to enter each and everything every time. So the amount, posting keys, and the company code, all the data automatically retrieved from the whole document. Just we are changing the posting date and document date, and we are put the entry. So month-end provisions like a accrual and deferral documents. So how we will post the accrual and deferral, and what is the open item management. This I will cover in a G level. And standard payment and partial and residual items method, how we can cover. And void reasons means check void reasons, right? So that also we can define. And reversal of document type. So in SAP, we can't, once posted the business transaction, we can't able to delete the document. But we can rectify the document through reversal. Like suppose a user posted one document, instead of 100 rupees, they posted 1,000 rupees. All right. In that time, so once the accounts manager reviewed and he asked them to rectify that entry through reversal. So does it mean that we will reverse that 1,000 rupees document, and again we will post 100 rupees document. So like that, so how to reversal and what is the document types we are using for the reversal documents, and what is the number ranges for that reversal document. That all we can learn here in this topic. And a new GL concept, this is a part of the GL. So new GL means document splitting, and what is the ledgers are required to match the gap and IFRS, and how to activate the additional ledgers, define currencies for additional ledgers, what are the currencies we need, and define document types for entry view. All these topics I am covering in a new GL concept. New GL concept, I am dealing with the ledger concept and as well as document splitting. These both topics should be covered in a new GL concept. So in ECC, we have a parallel ledger, but in S/4HANA, we have a extension ledger. So what is the difference between these two things means? In ECC, we are defining the ledger. I mean, one is the leading ledger. Parallelly, we are defining the parallel ledgers. I mean, different ledgers to meet the gap and IFRS. Like the company in Infosys is a international company. In India, they are having in India as a head. In India, they are having head office. So for submit their financial accounts in India, they are using the leading ledger. But as well as they their offices also in America and US and other countries also. In as per US rules, they have to prepare their balance sheet based on the IFRS. So to meet that requirements, so whenever you are posting the entry in a leading ledger, parallelly that entry is updating in a IFRS ledger also. So for that, we are preparing another ledger, a local ledger like LL local ledger or another, we call it any other ledger. And we are defining that ledger to the IFRS accounting principles. So whenever you posted the accounting entry in leading ledger, automatically that entry should be posted into the IFRS level. And apart from that, we need to do some additional adjustments also in IFRS level. After that, they are generating the P&L and balance sheet in IFRS ledger level. And they submit their P&L and balance sheets to US authorities based on the IFR ledger, like that. That is in a ECC, but it is very difficult to perform all the activities and there are a lot of gaps in ECC. To rectify this, in S4HANA, they will introduce the extension ledger. So we are having one ledger. Apart from that, we are another ledger we are having that is called as the extension ledger. This extension ledger should be underlaid with the leading ledger. So whatever the entries you are posting, that should be automatically real-time integration between the leading and extension ledgers will happen in S4HANA. Once you post the entries in that, then automatically the entries should be updated in extension ledger. And also you can post separately whatever the entries are required in extension ledger, that entries you can post in a extension ledger wise in S4HANA. So all the extension ledgers should be underlying with the leading ledger. So you and that we can in ECC we can use three currencies only, but in S4HANA as introduced up to use generate the we can use any currency 10 types of currencies to generate the records and to meet the extension ledger concepts. But in ECC we have three currencies only. One is a company code currency, another one is group currency, third one is local currency. These three currencies, these three options only available in ECC. But in S4HANA, SAP has provided 10 currencies. Up to now, I mean, now we can able to use 10, but in future might be they can increase the currencies. So these are so what is these are all foreign currency valuation. So automatic clearing maintenance, all these topics I will cover in a GL. Right. One second. On payables level, I'm going to cover vendor account group, assignment for account groups, vendor transaction, reconciliation account, how to create the reconciliation accounts for vendor data, and creation of the customer master data. Sorry, here vendor master data, special GL transactions, automatic determination of GL accounts for taxes, foreign exchange, and terms of payment, house banks, check register, check maintenance, issue, void extra. This is the check. I mean, in the earlier days, they are using check. And now also some companies they are using check, but now most of the companies they are doing NEFT and IFRS, IMPS, right? So NEFT side. So they are preparing the file and they are sending the DME file to the bank. Bank will process directly without issuing checks and all those things. But earlier days, I mean, earlier, so they are using usually all the payments should be done in a check. For that, how to maintain the check register and what are the check maintenance, how to check the register, and if any check has void means so check has bounced or some corrections are required, then we are canceling the check. Check manage this one. And payment. This I am going to cover and special transactions. So automatic determination of GL account for taxes, foreign exchange, interest calculation, item interest calculation, and dunning procedure, and bill of exchange. Right now, I think no one can use bill of exchange. Earlier, we have a bill of exchange. I'm going to cover down payments and bank guarantees, and bad debts and provision management. How to
Not just 1 minute.
create the bad.
Hello?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, sorry to disturb you. Maybe we can brief it because I think there are so many things you have prepared, I think, for this points. Maybe we can make it stop here. Okay.
You can do. We can stop here. I can share this course module to you, Mahesh.
So
you can
I'll
share to the
people.
people.
Sorry,
They
just
can
because
use it.
you things lot of people for the demo.
I have, yes, lot of things I have prepared. So that's
So
why.
this is actually the thing. Even me also, when I take the demo, right, I go
Yes.
so many things because we have so many things.
Yes, we have a lot of things in SAP, but I am not going. In one session, we are not able to cover all these topics.
Yes. No problem. So
that's
any
why I will
questions?
share this the course module.
Yes. Any questions from the participants? Please ask. It's very important. So before that, right, before you ask the question, I'll just give you 2 minutes about the FICO model demand. This is one of the functional model, evergreen model, which what I'm seeing for last 23 years in the industry, as many of you know. So I am in this industry for last 23 years in a web side. So, but I see a lot of FICO requirements in my projects when I manage my projects. Very to say, I mean, the point is very difficult to get the right people in this module with the right skills. Slightly complex, maybe slightly complex compared to and SD module, but a person is having some finance background. This model is ultimate to learn, excel, and get you into the IT SAP technology. That is the message that I want to give to you. So if you put good efforts, so there is a lot of demand for this model especially. Yeah, you do you agree, Nag, what I said?
Yes, Mahesh. So we have a lot
because
of.
I've seen our company, last company.
Yes.
When I set up the interviews with the functional on-site people, people were not able to good response. I don't see.
Yes.
Because
and it's very
they used to tell
difficult to
me,
get a good resource.
Good resource. They used to tell me, see, Mahesh, we are asking basic questions only, not going in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah. Any others? Any other questions?
So
you have?
Yes. Can anybody having any questions? Afreen, Shivam, Mahesh Reddy.
It is me only. I logged into other one more.
Yeah. No, sir.
Yeah.
Afreen, any questions, or Lata, any questions? So you can ask here, or you can ask in the group as well to me. So I will respond to you all your questions related to this FI module. So I'll share the course contents as well. So think of and then plan it. So it's better to, I mean, learn from the experts of the industry, because Nag is having good experience, both domain and SAP experience. Very different subject you'll get from the people who has experienced in the domain and SAP experience they teach, and learn from them. Okay, so feel free. And also, as you all are part of the group, SAP group is where we have so many people across the globe. So you'll have good opportunities as well to get. Okay.
So I will prepare and I will share to you, Mahesh. Then
no problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks, Nak, for your efforts.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Mahesh.
yeah, not.